Guys, gals, I made a mistake. I've been reading so many cases. I did this video about Illinois that I released, 45 minutes ago. And in my effort to rush and get it out, I made errors in cutting and editing, and I cut out a huge swath and put things together that were wrong. I made the corrections, so here it is. My apologies. Sorry for that. I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. Judges are starting to side with the Second Amendment. We have law enforcement siding with the Second Amendment. And what happened in Illinois is big. And it might, I think it will, might affect all the other states with assault weapon bans. You're going to want to watch this. Before I jump into that, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that's Lear Capital. Last year was a terrible year for investors, and predictions are that 2023 will be even worse with the upcoming recession. But what did have a really impressive year this past year was gold investments. And 2023 is looking even better as some experts predict gold will be up 100% to $4,000 an ounce. If you're interested in investing in gold, I suggest you call my friends at Lear Capital. The team at Lear will provide helpful information about purchasing gold or converting part of your IRA or your 401k into a gold IRA. Not only are they the best around with over 25 years in business and thousands of 5-star reviews, but they also have a 24-hour risk-free guarantee where you can review your investment for 24 hours before committing to it. You can learn more at leargg.com or call 1-800-260-5075. Not only will Lear Capital give you your gold and silver investment guides, but you'll also get up to $15,000 in free bonus metals with the qualified purchase. So check them out again, leargg.com, 1-800-260-5075. Thanks to Lear Capital for sponsoring this video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jared. This is Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news. If you're into the Second Amendment news, hit that subscribe button down below and like the video so that other people will see it. YouTube's been doing a number on gun channels. A lot of them are no longer with us because they've been deleted, which is terrible. And they're trying to do that. They're trying to get you away from the truth because we are in the midst of the largest gun grab in the history of America. Make no mistake. So get this news out, share it with your friends. Let's talk about Illinois. I've done a couple videos on it, just a quick 30,000-foot overview. Governor Pritzker, he signed into law the assault weapon ban and magazine ban, banned 50 cals ARs, 30-round magazines, and in doing so, he violated how laws are supposed to be made in Illinois. There was no public input, and what he also did was he carved out sections where people were exempt from this law based off of their job title and perceived training. Retired or active police, prison guards, security guards, county jailers, etc. As somebody who trained cops for a long time, I can tell you police, they shoot once a year, most of them. There's some that are high speed, but a vast majority, there's probably dust in their barrel as I'm talking to you right now. And 90% of the cats that I know who carry are way higher trained than your average cops. But that's what J.B. Pritzker did. So Pritzker signed it on January 10th. It took place immediately, effective immediately. A lawsuit was filed, here it is on screen, by the Second Amendment Foundation, the Firearms Policy Coalition, the Illinois State Rifle Association, Marengo Guns, C4 Gun Store, and Dane Harrell. The case is known as Harrell v. Raul. Kwame is the AG of Illinois. There was also a case filed by Illinois attorney Thomas DeVore, who also ran for Attorney General in Illinois in 2022. And his lawsuit actually secured a restraining order on January 20th. Now, the restraining order issued only covers the original 850 plus-ish plaintiffs. The lawsuit also included 4 different merchants, and it argued that the law was enacted improperly because it didn't involve the proper public opinion, public comment period. In order to get around the requirement of the public commenting period, the legislature used a common procedure known as gut and replace, in which the Senate stripped out the contents of the bill that had already passed the House, and the language originally contained in HB 5855, which we covered here, was inserted into House Bill 5471, which originally was an insurance bill. The Senate then sent that to the House for concurrence, and Pritzker signed it. Well, no anti-gunner takes an L, at least at the first level, right? So they appealed. The Attorney General and the state appealed, and the Illinois Appellate Court ruled on Tuesday you know what? Not only can this temporary restraining order stand, you violated something that's called the Equal Protection Clause. This law does not apply to everybody. It's definitely a class system, and the Second Amendment's not a second-class right. The judge said, based off of the Equal Protection Clause, there was a high likelihood of them succeeding, them being the folks who are suing the state, high likelihood of them succeeding going forward. I will keep you up to date. But as this has continued to tumble forward, Illinois was judge shopping because there's several lawsuits against them, and this didn't work out in their favor. I'm going to show you something from the Second Amendment Foundation related to this, and I want to read this because it's pretty funny, and it shows you just how Illinois is handling this. It says, what appears to have been a blatant effort by the state of Illinois to go judge shopping to transfer several federal lawsuits challenging the new state law banning so-called assault weapons and their magazines has backfired. Second Amendment Foundation's Executive Vice President Alan Gottlieb said, our lawsuit and others have actually been transferred to a very fair-minded judge. We anticipated the cases would eventually be consolidated, but instead of winding up with a judge who the state hoped would be unfavorable to Second Amendment issues, I believe we now have an unbiased judge. All cases have been assigned to U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Illinois. And Gottlieb continued, this effort will likely come back to haunt Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Attorney General Kwame Raoul. The governor made a spectacle out of signing an extreme gun ban law, and we immediately challenged it in federal court. The Attorney General is in the uncomfortable position of having to defend the law, and he's also a defendant in the case. Their judge shopping efforts have backfired. Illinois has to find a way to justify Pritzker's gun ban, and the state cannot possibly do that because it is not consistent with historical tradition dating back to when the Constitution was ratified. Pritzker and others like him believe the Second Amendment is a privilege, not a right. In reality, they think the Second Amendment is a loophole, and they are determined to seal it shut because citizens' disarmament is really what it's all about. We are confident the court will shut them down instead. Guys and gals, like I said earlier, you're in the midst of the largest gun grab in the history of the United States of America. And if we don't all freaking stand and be heard, then we're all going to stand and be heard. I hope that you understand what's going on. I hope that you support those who support you. I'll have links to this lawsuit and the injunction, the appeal for the injunction down below. There's also ways you can support groups. Some of them are linked down below. Pick who you want and help them out, because this is a time they're all doing some stuff, and it's going to be on us, the members, to help them. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. Guys and gals, the Second Amendment was given to us by our founding fathers because of what they went through. They died for it, and this government seems ready to die to take it from us. I'll see y'all on the next one. Take care.